from the governor, and understand it's being looked hard at from the Senate also, and the House has a plan that's coming forward. But our concern is being bundled into a group. What's going to happen truly with the housing as a standalone? So we'd like to kind of get some thought from you on where we are this year, but also where we might be next year, if there's any kind of positioning we do too. And
I haven't seen anything in the House as far as, I mean, I've heard that conception, I've heard, conceptually that being talked about, but I haven't seen anything on paper. And we're getting close. I mean, so things do pop up, but we're getting close to where we're not even going to have committee meetings.
Right.
We're getting really close. So.
Well, keep us in mind with housing, the Sadowski Fund. We've had dock stamps, money pumped into it through there. If they start diverting the funds out of there into general revenue, what happens to those programs that are there, ready, set up, and working? And, we put in close to $200 million over the last 20 years into housing programs. So as it comes down to vote, comes down to compromise, please be a voice for us in the housing issues to keep that going. Appreciate that.
I mean, philosophically, I don't like moving monies that, are create trust funds for certain industries that pay in. And then it's by design it's supposed to come back and complement the people that put that in there. But then when you start just putting it out there as a free-for-all, I mean that's just philosophically not in agreement with where I'm at. Like I said, we got $4.5 billion worth of obligations that we cannot pay right now. So we can't go out and build another facility that's going to create, once it's going to take more money and then maintenance money. I mean, so you got 4.5, and then you do that, you've got 5.5. We put $1 billion into, 4-lane and 331 from the interstate all the way to the coast with a new bridge and all that. You're talking maybe $300 million. But
just the bridge is that much.
And this is on top of how many $1 billion you cut 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Remember how many $1 billion? I mean.
But that's what it boils down to is money. Now there are some things that I've been working with some folks up in Washington D.C. About maybe putting us in position to qualify for some other funding opportunities. But there again, just like you practice what you preach. And what I was talking about earlier is that the federal government's got an obligation to reduce their spending because we're spending 40 cents on the dollar to pay the service on the debt of trillions of dollars. So we go to the federal government. That's not imaginary money either. It's real money. So it's. But the answer is money. The desire is there. That project is number one on everybody's list. It's number one on FDOT's list. It's number one on any kind of transportation authority. Anybody that even, if they love roads, they love 331. That's not an obstacle.
Well,
money.
In respect to that,
I mean, there's some ideas about tolling it, doing
yeah,
all this, but then
they've all been tossed. That's federal dollars, and that. In respect to that, Representative Drake, Governor Scott has not named his Secretary of Transportation yet, and we have a Northwest Florida resident that has the opportunity for that in Santa Rosa County, Gordon Gooden, and I know you know Gordon. Whatever you can do to put in a word for someone from Northwest Florida to be Secretary of Transportation, I ask you please do that because we want to keep it at the top of that list. And certainly if we have someone from another region of the country, we know how politics happens. What is number one and what is the top priority might slip to 3 or 4.
Are you saying you want his job?
No, I'm not. I'm saying
he wants an easier job than he's got right now.
let's keep someone. Let's try our best to get someone from Northwest Florida. So whatever kudos and attaboys and recommendations you can give, let's get someone from Northwest Florida as the Secretary of Transportation of the state of Florida.
We want people that, more importantly, we want people that understand our issues. We want people to understand what our struggles are living in an area that doesn't have the capacity that exists south by 4. So whoever it is, we want someone that knows who we are, work with us, Those are issues, and it's open-minded and fair.
Absolutely.
So, if it's from Northwest Florida, hey, even better.
We want Northwest Florida.
Oh, I got the